Thanks for joining us, KQ2 fans. Well, I have a special guest here. You say his name, and he appears. We have Joe Hendry, TNA World Champ here. Joe, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing all right. So, Joe, this is one of the interviews I have been looking forward to. Obviously, there's a lot of hype with TNA coming into town, and we're trying to build that hype, build that up for you guys. But obviously, you are one of the biggest sensations going around the wrestling world. Just talk to me a little bit about how you got into wrestling and kind of where your career is taking off right now.
Well, it was a New Year's resolution. I was 24, about to turn 25. It was 2012, December 31st, going into January 1st of 2013. And I said, you know what? I've always wanted to be a professional wrestler. I just, didn't believe that I could do it. And I just thought, you know what? As of tomorrow, you are a professional wrestler. And you will become a world champion. I genuinely had that viewpoint from day one. And here I am with the gold.
So, Joe, obviously, you probably got this question a number of times. You know, your interest song, like we said, "Say Your Name" and "He Appears" is kind of that chant everybody does. It's become an internet sensation. Talk to me a little bit about that and how it feels to kind of be all over the place now. Now you've been pictures, videos, everybody. You just had my friend Curtis do it. Your entrance there. How does it feel to kind of have that internet sensation life going on?
Well, it is. It's certainly. It's new. It's new. I did not realize until recently how many people know me now. I just get recognized anywhere in the world all the time now, which is awesome in a lot of ways. You get, it's fun to meet fans. I live in a very remote town in Scotland, but when I come home, my neighbors are kind of like, they know now, and something. It's even in my own remote little town in Scotland, people, they saw the title win, they watched the Rumble, so yeah, it's pretty cool, man. It's I've been working for this my whole career, and yeah, I for me it's all about just trying to be the best professional wrestler I can be, but getting to meet fans all over the world and talk to them about what they like and what they enjoy about the product and that really helps as well because I get that feedback from the fans and that allows me to think about what my next moves are going to be. And I think that's what's allowed me to do all these crazy things. You know, I put things out there, I say I'm going to do this, and I've managed to execute on them all, which is really awesome.
Right. So, Joe, as a longtime TNA fan, obviously, and just a longtime wrestling fan, one of the biggest things that I gave credit to TNA for throughout the years is that they have a good mix of obviously veteran talent, whether it had been Kurt Angle, Sting, all these guys that had been, in wrestling for years on years, but they have the ability to grow homegrown talent like yourself. What does it mean just to kind of be that homegrown talent and kind of be the face of TNA?
It's awesome. It's surreal. It's awesome, and it's a big responsibility because you look at again, we've got legends in our locker room, literal legends. You're talking about the Hardy Boys. We've got Eric Young, who I would argue is one of the most versatile performers in the entire industry, who's done it all. You've got up and coming talent like Leon Slater and Casey Navarro, and there's so many names we've got, and it's just an awesome place to work. I think that TNA is. I think TNA's specialty is looking at someone and saying, what's the best way to present this person? I think that everybody in our locker room, we've found a role on the show and it's a very supportive environment. We're all supporting each other. It's a team, and I think the fans can feel that momentum. We're hungry for success, and the company is we're a hot ticket right now.
So, Joe, this is going to be kind of a two-part question here. So, obviously, we see that big gold belt around your shoulder there. How was it winning that TNA championship? And then, obviously, you guys are promoting in NYC. What's it been like kind of being the face of the company again and obviously promoting for Slammiversary here?
So winning the championship meant a great deal to me. It was something I'd always wanted to do. Yeah, I guess you never really know if it's going to happen and when it's going to happen, but the fact it was able to happen at Genesis in the Curtis Caldwell Center in Texas, which is where I had my first match back in America after the world got shut down, and at that point I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't have a contract, so to go back to that building and win the world title was a real full circle moment. And as for promoting in New York, we have a huge show, Slammiversary, UBS Arena, July 20th. Last night we were at the Islanders Rangers game. And we got to cut a promo in front of the whole stadium. It was awesome. The fans were great on both sides, and we had an awesome time. And to see that venue, this is going to be the biggest TNA show to date, in my view. You see, there's a huge cube that is above the ice, and the fact that we're going to see our entrances on that cube, it's just the presentation here is going to be another level. I would not be shocked at all if this is the biggest gate that TNA has ever done today.
Wow. So, Joe, obviously you guys have a couple of shows coming up here. You guys got Sacrifice, which is another major pay-per-view for TNA, but also you have El Paso show and obviously the St. Joseph show. For our residents here in St. Joseph, what can people kind of expect from those two shows and what you guys are going to put on at that time?
Well, the thing about TNA is there is something for everyone. If you're a fan of entertainment of any kind, then you want to get along to see TNA wrestling live. That's why we've been ascending, because we just don't do bad shows. Every TNA show is awesome. We really pride ourselves on that from top to bottom. If you wrestle on TNA wrestling, you are a world-class performer, and that's what the people are going to see.
Perfect. Well, Mr. Hendry, those are all the questions I have for you. I appreciate you taking the time with me and sitting down here answering some of these questions. And, like I said, we are super excited to see you guys in action. Now, everybody that is interested in coming out to see TNA, they will be here at the Civic Arena on March 28th through the 29th, and you can get your tickets at tnawrestling.com. So, Joe, thanks again once again.
Awesome. Thank you so much, my friend. Take care.